How about that? Can y'all hear me now? Y'all don't understand the amount of technical difficulties that this day has been causing me. Okay. Let's try that again. Hello and welcome to everyone who's watching the Written and Melanin channel, wherever this day may have found you. I'm so glad that you are here. My name is Chelsea, and I write books about Black girls who aren't all that nice. And y'all, we are going to get into this writing sprint. I'm going to give everyone a couple minutes to get here because I know that y'all don't get a notification until I actually go live. So for anyone who cares, I need y'all to know that I was actually on time today. I was actually like ready. And then as I was signing in, y'all, Squarespace like just straight up did not just like shut down and expired my domain. And I was just like, what is going on? All of my stuff has been on auto renew for years. And then all of a sudden I go and check it, and it is on stuff from when I lived in Texas. And if y'all know, I have been in North Carolina for like the last like 5 or 6 years. And so I'm like, why do you even have this information? Like, I've never used Squarespace while I was in Texas. So I'm like, where did this information even come from? So all of it was wrong. It expired my domain, and my email is connected to my domain. So I could not log into anything. And I was just like, what? And then they have literally the slowest website on this side of 2025. And I was just like, why today? And as I'm trying to get all of that done, I finally get in, and then the stream key is not working on my streaming software. And so I have to change and reset that. And then I finally get on here, my mic is muted, and I'm just like, what is going on? What is happening? What is happening? Anyway, all that aside, I'm here. We are going to be productive. Happy Tuesday. Is today Tuesday? I feel like today's Tuesday. It could be Friday for all I know. I don't know what day it is anymore, but hopefully you guys are doing well. Shout out to La, who's in the chat. I did make it. Thank you for being here, love. Thank you for being here. That being said, as you guys can see, if you are new here, my name is Chelsea, and this writing sprint is sponsored by Ellipsus. And if you don't know, Ellipsus is a writing software. It's completely free to sign up for, and it is what I have been using for the last couple of months. So I highly recommend that you check it out. You guys can go to their website, ellipsis.com. There is a link in the description box below for you guys to check it out. If you're into writing software, any of that, their writing software is very clean. It's easy to use. It's very much plug and play. You sign up, you get logged in, you create your file, and you get to writing. Like I said, there are a lot of great things about it, so I highly recommend that you go check out their website and check out all their features. They are constantly updating things. Like each month you get a new update with new stuff, so I personally think that is very cool. And one thing that I absolutely love that I feel like is worth mentioning is the fact that they are very, very anti AI. So it is your work. It is for writers who actually like to write. I like to call them artisanal writers. So if that's what you're into, get into it. Like I said, it's free. You can go, you can sign up. And it is also what I'm going to be writing in today. So get into it. But that being said, you guys, I am not going to sit here and ramble for too long because life was lifing and I'm already late. But I am really excited to get into these sprints today, mostly because I have been working on Project Necromancer, and I will probably do a full C-squared like update at some point. I don't know where it's going to go, but I will do one so y'all understand the totality of what I'm working with here. But my brain stopped in the middle of that sentence. I have not eaten this morning, so bear with me. But no, I've been working on Project Necromancer, and if you guys know me, a lot of my process is like writing and then deleting and then writing and then deleting, and I did a really big delete last night. I got rid of like 8,000 words or something like that. So I am currently at the point where I am trying to write into a new direction. I'm feeling pretty solid about it, but obviously the writing has to be done. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. My goal is to get 2,000 words like progress into this document, considering how much I deleted, and considering that my goal was to have this book done by the end of June. I don't know if I'm on track to actually do that, considering how long my books are, but that's neither here nor there. We will see how it all plays out. But feel free to let me know what you guys are working on in the chat. I will be checking that. But we are going to go ahead and get into this first sprint. If you are new around here, welcome. Glad you can make it. If you are not, y'all already know how this works. There is going to be 45 minutes on the clock. Chill hop in the background. And when you hear me talking to you again, it'll be time to come back. Let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. And if you guys are curious, Ellipsis does have its own sprint timer. That is what I'm using today to keep track of the time. So again, if you want to check it out, feel free to do that. That being said, I'm not going to keep rambling. We are going to go ahead and get into this. And yeah, happy sprinting, everyone. All right, you guys, that is it for that sprint. So come on back, let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. Um, as for me, I have to do some mathing. So give me a second. If I can do the mathing, calculator. There we go. Let's see here. Where are we at? Where are we at? So I'm currently up to 3,962 words. I didn't start with a blank document, so that don't mean too much, but you know, win is a win. And subtracting what I started with. Okay, so I got 575 words during that sprint. So I personally, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it at all. We are going to take a break. So this is your reminder to, stretch, breathe, drink some water, do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself. I am still having technical difficulties, but I'm trying to make the best of the situation. There we go. There we go. Let's see here. 557. I am trying my best to keep count of what I'm doing in my Notion page, but I ain't gonna lie, you guys. I have been not. I haven't been great with this. I have not been great with this. I've definitely been falling off and kind of slacking a little bit. But that's mostly because I've gotten to a point where I have been going like forward and backward and forward and backward. And with Ellipsis, I am trying to keep track of all of my word counts in the different chapters because everybody kind of has their own way of doing it. But I keep all my chapters in separate documents. And so as I'm going back and I'm making new drafts and I'm like, changing things and modifying them. Sometimes the word count is one, not top of mind, but also two, just not something that I feel like doing because a lot of times when I am finishing up, it's like, 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I need to go back and actually calculate how deep I am into the story. So we'll see how that actually plays out. But shout out to everyone who came in while we were sprinting. I don't know if I said it earlier, but Ben is here. Hello. JK came in. Ash is here. Welcome. Thistle and Verse is here. Mags is here. Welcome, you guys. Glad you guys could make it and hang out, get some writing done. We've got about 5 minutes before we go into our next sprint. So 15 minutes after the hour, we are going to go into our next sprint. So again, this is your chance to stretch, breathe, drink some water, get some fresh air, do whatever it is that you need to do. I have my water here. So if you want the black like my mug, black like my books, it is on the Melody Library website if you guys want one. But yeah, let's see here. Ash said, processed way too many transcript requests. This one Verse said, doing some miscellaneous work. Dope. Law was like, I got like 5 or so pages edited that sprint. Maybe more. It's hard to tell, but I'm close to the end of this chapter. Awesome. Let's see. Max said, hey y'all, swapped with work meetings, but wanted to say hi to everyone. Get those words in. Thank you for stopping by. I hope your work meeting goes well and that you're able to be productive whenever you do get to some writing. Let's see here. JK said, got 2 pages edited for Project Sugar and Spice. Went back to add a scene to chapter 6. Dope. Yeah. So Ben said that he's working on the next episode of the Written Melanin podcast, which I greatly appreciate him for, because let me tell y'all something. These episodes would not be coming out if it was not for Benjamin doing the hard work of going back and editing them. So shout out to him for being great. But yeah. I'm not even gonna lie, you guys. My brain is so focused on this scene. I don't know if anybody else has like this problem, but whenever I'm working on Project Necromancer, it kind of is somewhat not shocking. I don't think that's the right word, but there are definitely moments where I'm just kind of like, oh, I get it now. I see where this is going. And there are so many things that I've learned over this process of working on Project Necromancer that I will say came a lot naturally to me for We Are the Origin and We Are Dying God, simply because I had spent some time marinating on that story before I started writing it, whereas Project Necromancer was a much more like, let's just get into it kind of story. But I am realizing that um my I'll say not Achilles heel, but my problem on occasion is the fact that I need to actually define my character arcs a lot more than what I was originally doing, because over the last 2 days that I have been working. Also, Timothy is here. Hello, welcome, love. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're thriving. Um, Let us know what you're working on if you are writing with us today. Also, this is your friendly reminder that if you are watching this, please tap the like button. It helps out, helps people find the video, and all that good stuff. But yeah. But no, with Project Necromancer, I realized that my character arcs, I had them in the beginning, but they were way too vague for what I needed to actually happen in the story. Because what I realized now that I do have it like completely nailed down is that I needed to understand the turning point a lot more for these characters, like what set them down the road to. Obviously I knew what the big plot was, but like how did this come about? Because my big thing with storytelling has always been the plot should make sense for the characters, not the characters make sense for the plot, if that makes sense. So I'm the type of person where I'm like, I never want to have a plot where I'm like, I want this thing to happen, and then I just drop characters into the story and they're just along for the ride, right? I feel like that isn't the type of story that I want to tell. I much prefer to write a story where it's like, okay, I have these characters who are in this world, and their decisions, their growth, their who they naturally are is what spurs the plot forward. So I never want to write a character that's out of character for the sake of plot, if that makes sense. And so with Project Necromancer, the thing that I've been struggling with is the fact that I knew what needed to happen, but I didn't really think about the characters and how those things would happen. And that's why I kept running up against like roadblocks and things of that nature. So I'm really kind of glad to be getting through that and to the other side of that. It did require getting rid of a lot, getting rid of a lot of words, but I also realized that I needed those words in order to work through to where I'm at now, to fully understand the characters and the decisions they would make and how they would react in certain situations, and also understanding the other characters that needed to be around them in order for that growth to really happen. Because one of my things is that I love putting characters who I want to see together in scenes. Like I love that. I eat it up. But I'm also like, in order for characters to grow, there is a lot of benefit in separating people and forcing that growth to happen through adversity, and forcing that growth to happen through, taking off the rose colored glasses and kind of seeing the totality of these characters and putting them in situations with people who also see them that way. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I am extremely pleased with where this is going. And I feel like for the first time in like months, I feel really like motivated to like sit down and get this done. Like I can actually see where this is going. So I'm excited. Let's see here. Timothy came in and said, I'm not a writer, but actually working on taking a crack on an art commission after my first exhibition last weekend. Oh, dope. Congratulations. At a gaming and animation convention in my area. That's so dope. Congratulations on the first exhibition. That's dope. But that being said, it is now 16 minutes after the hour. So we are going to go ahead and get into this next sprint. You guys already know how this works, but if you're just joining us, welcome. We do 45-minute sprints over here, so there'll be 45 minutes on the timer to hop on in the background. And when you hear me talking to you again, it'll be time to come back. Let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. So, that being said, I do want to let you guys know that I'm getting up this sprint so that I can go get some food and some coffee, but I will be back writing before too long. So I hope you guys are productive, and I will talk to you guys in 45 minutes. Good luck, everyone. All right, you guys, that is it for that sprint. So let us know. Come on back. Let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. Okay. As for me, myself, I am currently up to 4,365 words. So not doing too bad, honestly. Again, I got to do some mathing to figure out how many words that actually is, but most of that sprint was, hold on, I can't do two things at one time. Y'all know this about me at this point. I don't know why I keep trying. So for anyone interested, I have like a Remarkable here, and I'm just literally keeping down my word track, word count, word sprints, how many words I'm at, how many words are in the document with each sprint. There we go. So I've been trying to keep track because I'm like, I like to see progress, and I know that I like to see progress. So I'm trying to be like mindful of that and be like, no, I'm getting somewhere, I'm doing stuff. And I actually had this template like years ago, and I just stopped using it because I moved over to Notion. But I don't know, sometimes it's just like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know. Sometimes you got to go back to what you started with. So I've been keeping track of that, but let me actually get my word count for that sprint. Hold on, let's see here. 3, 9, 16. Okay, so not too bad. I got 403 words that time, which, like I said, I spent most of that sprint getting food. I made some like toast with tuna for me and Ben. Got my coffee and all that, and I'm actually kind of, I don't know, I'm excited because a lot of Project Necromancer recently has been like me pulling stuff over from previous drafts. But this is like this has all been just like straight up new content. So I'm like, hey, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. And obviously y'all can probably tell that the caffeine is kicking in because I feel like I'm talking a lot more and a lot faster. So love that for me. Let's see here. Lost set, got slightly distracted in that last sprint. I might need food, but I did get further in the edits. Dope. Definitely get food. Please feed yourself. I can attest that doing so is actually really good for your health. It's actually really good for you. It helps a lot. It's easier to be productive when you have eaten and drinking the water. So this is your reminder, if you guys are watching this, to please get up, stretch, breathe, take some deep breaths, drink some water, do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself. Also, Margaret is here. Welcome. Finally back under my own steam. Welcome. I'm glad that you are back. I'm glad to see you in the chat. It's been a while. I haven't been streaming. That's on me. That's on me. But like I said, I would probably again talk about this in a full C² video at some point. But the thing is, you guys, I truly, like, honestly and truly needed to rest, and the problem is that I didn't. After I released The Lady Widow and after I released Magic and the Melanin, I tried to go right back into writing Project Necromancer. And you know what? If we're being completely honest, if we're keeping it a buck, if we're being 100 right now, the reason Project Necromancer is taking so long and has taken so long is probably 100% because I did not take any time to rest after I wrote We Are Dying Gods. I did not take a break. I think I took like maybe a week, and then I immediately jumped into trying to write another book. And in between writing that book, I also wrote a short story for I don't know if the Stygian collection was before or after that, but I wrote like a short story for the Stygian collection. I wrote a short story for Violet Mag, and then I wrote one for Magic and the Melanin. And then I was like editing it and, you know, doing the whole 9 yards that it takes to release a book. And then I was also like doubled up because I was releasing the anthology and The Lady Widow at the same time because I thought that was a brilliant idea. And it was just kind of like, I needed a break. I needed a break. And then after the anthology came out, I was doing events and stuff, and I just never took time to just straight up like rest. And so finally I just like had to stop. I like had to just like hard stop on a lot of things. And now that I've actually been taking some time to just like rest and be like, like I'm just actually just, I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to read a book. I read a book and it was not for content. I mean, I'm going to make content for it because I think it needs to be talked about. But it's just kind of like, I read a book that had like for no other reason other than I wanted to read the book, and it's just kind of like I've been playing my Switch and I've been like coming up with goals for myself and I've been hanging out with Ben and it's kind of like, wow, like doing things that bring me joy is actually really good for the process. That is insane. So I feel like now that we're in May, like I've been working on Project Necromancer, but I have not been going like full force at it like I normally do when I'm trying to get a project done. But I feel like I'm getting to that point where I'm ready to just like really buckle down. But I say all that to say is like that is why I was not doing sprints, because I was just like, you don't hear and do what? Y'all gonna be looking at me, look at y'all, like are we working or not? That's really what it would have been. That's really what it would have been. So that ramble was very caffeine induced, but I just want you guys to understand where I'm at. And also, slight plug to follow me on Substack if you want more of that outside of the C Squared Chronicles, because I have been actually posting over there and uploading things. I don't know if Ben has the link. Ben, do you have the link to my Substack to post? I'm sure you could grab it if you wanted to, but yeah, I will add the link to the description, or Ben will, something like that. But yeah. I've been posting a lot more on Substack about this whole up and down journey of the in between times. So there's that. Let's see here. Comments. Ben said that he edited the first 4 minutes of the podcast. Dope. Thank you. I said got food and water. Edited maybe 1 page. Dope. Love that. Like I said, please get food and water. It is extremely helpful. Let's see here. Margaret said I get even more motivated with tea and cookies. Facts. Facts. Humans are not machines. We treat a carriage horse better than we treat ourselves sometimes. Facts. Honestly. Let's see. Also, my hold on Magical Melon came in, so it's here on my stuff. Yay! I'm so glad. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. Please let me know what you think. Let's see here. And he looks at me and I look at him. Yeah, basically. Let's see here. Are the posts to Substack different than the posts to Fourth Wall? Yes, they are, but not necessarily entirely. Like, how do I explain this? They're different because the ones on Substack are like more organized for like public facing audience, and they're a lot more like, I don't want to say internal monologue because that sounds so rambly, but it's more like internal monologue. And Fourth Wall is more so like updates and things. But if you're in the Discord, so it's kind of along the same vein as a lot of the discussions that we have in there, if that makes sense. So Substack is kind of like it's essentially what I would say public facing about like my personal journey. One thing that I will say, and I guess this is a good conversation if any of you guys are actually in the membership. I'm not sure how many of you are, but one of the things that I definitely do think about a lot is how many people are curious or like invested in like my personal journey as an author versus there for like the community aspect, right? So I try not to be too overwhelming on either end, if that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know if that answered your question at all. Thistle and verse. I don't know if that helped at all. Short answer is no, they are not the same. But they are not exclusive information. Let me put it like that. They are definitely things that I say and put in other spaces, just not necessarily all at the same time or all at once, if that makes sense. Hopefully that answers the question. But yeah. Dope. I'm glad. Also, we are going to get into the next sprint 15 minutes after the hour. That'll be our third sprint. And you guys know that I promise you at least 3 sprints. Anything more than that is completely dependent upon how I feel. But I wanted to let you guys know so that if you need to get ready to do the next sprint, you can do that. Also, do you guys have any questions about Ellipsus? Because I realize that I've been rambling, but I have been using Ellipsus this whole time, and I just kind of get in the zone and in focus. But I know that I've actually been chatting about them for like the last couple of weeks, honestly. So I've been kind of curious. Have you guys tried Ellipsis? Do you like it? Do you have questions? Do you have things that you want to see? Like, I'm just curious how y'all's experience with it has been. If you've been using it, if you haven't been using it, I mean, like, that's fine too. Just let me, I would like to know either way, left or right, if you've tried it or not. But I'm curious. I'm curious because the more that I use it, the more that I'm kind of like, oh, I love this feature or I like this about it. And I am such a I'm such a product junkie. I'm always like jumping between multiple things because my brain is very temperamental and moody. So I have Ellipsis, but then I still use like Microsoft Word and such as well. And I use like Google Docs occasionally when I have to, mostly because I have systems set up with like other people, right? But I also use like my Remarkable to write and handwrite, and then I have my physical notebook, and I just be all over the place. So, but I have realized that even obviously, like when I'm not streaming or doing anything or promoting it, I still find myself navigating to Ellipsis more than some of the other software that I've tried in the past. So, I don't know. I was, again, curious how you guys feel about it if you've tried it. But that being what it is, we are gearing up for this next sprint. JK is back. Welcome back, love. You came back just in time for sprint number 3. So, my brain stopped in the middle of that sentence. We're getting ready to do our 3rd sprint. You guys at this point know how this works. Deja is here. Hello, welcome, love. Are we still sprinting? Yes, we are. And you were in meetings. I understand that. I hope they went well. I'm sorry, y'all. I got so distracted by the chat. I'm enjoying it so far. The draft feature has worked well with my alpha readers. Dope. I'm glad. I am not at the point where I have readers yet, so the only one that I've tried it out with is Ben, and that has been super helpful in getting like comments and feedback. So yeah, got some paragraphs written before my meeting, and I'm in my meeting now. Got you. But yes, Deja, we are about to start sprint number 3. Like I said, I promised 3 sprints. Anything beyond that is completely optional. It depends on how I feel, but we are about to get into the sprint now. So we got 45 minutes on the clock. Chill, hop in the background. And when you hear me talking to you again, it'll be time to come back. Let us know what you did, how you did, all of the good stuff. So hope you guys are productive, and we will talk in 45 minutes. Happy sprinting.
You'll be mine. Hope it's not. Hope it's not too late.
All right, you guys, that is it for that sprint. So come on back, let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. Um, let's see here. Also, shout out to Eva who came in while we were sprinting. Hello, love. It is good to see you in the chat. It has been a minute, so I hope you're doing well. I hope you've been thriving. And let me go ahead and get my word count stuff together. So, as of right now, I'm up to 4,781 words. So, got to get my word count in. Also, hello to Sheena? Zinnia? Shayna? How do you say your name, love? Also, welcome. I'm glad that the sprints are helping you study. Hope you're doing well. Word count. Before I get distracted. 4, 3, 6, 5. Okay, 416 words for me that time. So I am definitely getting somewhere. As of right now, I'm pretty sure that I'm only like 1,000 more words into this story than I started. Zaina. Welcome, Zaina. Glad to see you here. Hope you are doing well and thriving. Let's see here. Margaret said, I enjoyed the music and did some stream setup and prepared some food. Dope. When are you streaming, Margaret? And also, I'm glad that you got some food. This is your reminder to stretch, breathe, take care of yourself, do whatever it is that you need to do so that you can be a successful human being. I have to say that out loud because sometimes I will forget myself. Okay, so far I have 1,394 words. My goal was to get 2,000 words into this. So let's see here, doing some mathing. I've got like roughly 600 more words before I actually hit my goal. So I'm thinking that we might do another sprint. That way I can hit my goal before I call it quits. Let me know how you guys are feeling. If you want to do another sprint or you want to call it, just let me know what's up. Let's see here. La said, got some food and managed to finish that chapter finally. Dope. I'm glad that you got some food and I'm glad that you hit your goal. So that's great. It's fantastic. Let's see here. Eva said, I'm doing okay. Haven't written today. Not sure if I will yet. I fully understand and I'm not mad at it. I am not mad at it. I was talking about this earlier, but I have been in like my era of like resting and it's been crazy. It's been interesting. I have been definitely beating myself up a little bit because I'm like, I should probably be productive. I should probably be writing, but also sometimes you just got to put the pen down. You got to take a break. You got to exist. You got to live your life, you know? So I get it. I 100% get it. Also confirmed that the author of the book I'm reading lives in Portland, which is pretty cool. Dope. It's a good book, qualified by Sherry Dunn. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Not gonna lie, I'm trying to get back into my reading era. It's been up and down, hit or miss. I did read a book recently that I will probably make some content on for the other channel, the Melody Library channel. So if you're not subscribed, feel free to do that. And it is Love in 280 Characters or Less by Raven K. Stringfield. I will, like I said, I will probably definitely be making some content for that a little bit later. I don't know when it's coming out, but it is on the docket. So I've been reading that, trying to get back into my reading era. I do recommend it though. If you're into YA romance, like if that's something that you read, I do recommend that you get into Love in 280 Characters or Less. Currently I'm reading Outdrawn. That is the next thing up on my list. Outdrawn by Deanna Gray, because if you guys don't know, that is the read for the DNF book club. That's what we are talking about, discussing. The next meeting is on June 25th. So if you guys want to read it with us, I highly recommend it. We have a good conversation, and you, if you join the channel at the book clubber tier, or the membership, whatever, you get access not only to our upcoming discussion live, you also get access to the replay where we talked about A Song of Race and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown, which was Honestly, a great conversation. Like, I am so excited by the conversations that we get to have in the DNF book club. I didn't know how it was going to go because I've never hosted a book club before, but I absolutely love when we can be in spaces and be like completely honest and candid about things. You know, I feel like you get a lot better conversation when people are not necessarily paranoid about what is going to show up on the internet. You feel me? So if you want to join, you can press the join button down below next to the subscribe button. Click that one too if you want. Or you can join our membership. There's a link down in the description box below, and I'm sure Ben will come through with a link because that's what he does. He's so great. Everybody needs a Ben in their life. I swear. But yeah. Let's see here. I think she's in higher circles than I run in. TED Talks, fundraisers, etc. But I could always run into her on the street. I mean, people are people. If you want to talk to her, I say reach out. Because even if someone's doing TED Talks, that doesn't mean they won't meet you for coffee. You know? At least that's the way I think about it. Let's see here. Ash got 2 pages edited. Dope. Love that for you. Let's see here. Sundays and Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Pacific time, usually. Got you. Sundays, I be checked out. I do not exist on Sundays online. But Wednesdays, 10 o'clock, that is what, 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock my time? Dope. Okay. So you're sprinting tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern. Let's see here. Zana said another sprint is good. This one verse is said, I'm good for another sprint. Dope. Yes, more sprints if you like. Okay, sounds like we're doing one more sprint. So we will start 15 minutes after the hour. So go ahead and do what you need to do in order to be productive. Get up, stretch, breathe, drink some water, do all the things. If you haven't already, I would highly recommend that you check out Ellipsus, as this is going to be the last sprint. If you haven't already, it's free. Sign up, get into it, play with it. It has some really dope features. And I'm not just saying that because they're sponsored. I'm saying that because they actually have some really dope features. And I genuinely believe that if you are a writer of any kind, it is a really good tool to have in your arsenal. So I recommend that you check it out, but y'all are grown. I can't tell you what to do. So let's see here. We're all human and you're super approachable. I agree. Let's see. I finished up some blogging yesterday. Dope. Sort of recapping a medical crisis in my family earlier this year. Oh no. Taking today off to just decompress. That stuff was exhausting. I can imagine. Definitely get some rest. Confirming it is exhausting to be open and vulnerable. It is. I don't think people realize that, like, showing up on the internet and letting people into like your world and your life is actually a skill and a talent. You know, it does take something like that you have to do enough to master, especially to get comfortable with it. So shout out to you for doing the work. Let's see here. TA said, super late, just popping in to say hi. Hello, love. Welcome. Also, you are not late. You are always on time, whatever you do in the sprints, whether that is now or in the future. So yeah. Aljon has a cute cover. It does. It has a cute cover, but I'm also interested because now that I really think about it, I'm pretty sure that I've never really read a sapphic romance all the way through. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I've read some things that have not been published yet, but I think this would be like my first actually like published out in the world sapphic romance. Interesting. At least like in novel form. Like I've seen like anime and read manga and things of that nature, but when I don't think about it, like full blown like novel format, I think Outdrawn is actually gonna be my first sapphic romance. That's crazy. Huh. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, if you guys want to join the conversation, it's going to be me and La. And also slight plug to go pre-order her book, May Chaos Reign Over You, because it is amazing and great. And it is coming out August 19th. And if somebody wants to come through and drop a pre-order link, I highly recommend that you guys get it. I've already pre-ordered my copy and I got the first copy. I'm very proud of that. I hope she numbers my book because I would like to commemorate that. But yeah, if you guys are into sapphic fantasy romance, it follows Hezi and Imri. Hezi is the incarnation of chaos. Imri is the dragon alpha who is obsessed with her. And, you know, they go on a journey of like murder and love and revenge. And it's fantastic. And I recommend that you guys get into it. And if you have not seen the cover is gorgeous. The cover is fantastic. So you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Actually, I got like 3 minutes. Let me see if I can actually put her book cover up on the screen. This might get a little wonky for just a second, but you know, just bear with me, you guys. But I really want y'all to see it. I really want y'all to see it. There we go. Look at me coming through. Know what I'm doing sometimes. So this is the cover for May Chaos Reign Over You by La Purvis. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and pre-order this. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I promise you, the writing absolutely matches the cover. You will not be disappointed. You will not be disappointed. So that's it. Ben came through with a link. So La also came through with a link, so you can click on it, get into it, all of that good stuff. So do I know what I'm doing? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So that being said, we got about 2 minutes before we hop into our final sprint. And I guess also it would be behoove of me to recommend that you also get my book, since I guess it's also my stream. So I'm pretty sure most of you guys are familiar with me at this point, but if you haven't, please do pick up my books. We Are the Origin is the first book of a fantasy trilogy where a group of assassins have to work together to save the gods and their realm from destruction. It is available in literally every format that is available for a book to be in, and it's available at your local library if you're into that. There is The Lady Widow, Death Among the Stars, which follows a grieving widow. She becomes an intergalactic bounty hunter in order to avenge the murder of her husband. It's the first of an ongoing series. It's a novella. It's cute. It's fast. And there's also Magic in the Melanin, which is a fantasy anthology with 14 stories that come with full page artwork that spans the entire range of fantasy, from dark fantasy, romantic fantasy, action and adventure, all of that good stuff. So all of them are available on my website. All of them are available down below if you want the ebook, or you can go to the shop and you can get the physical books. And all of them are, if you get them from my shop, they come signed. So get into it. That is my whole spiel. I'm pretty sure that's everything. Yeah. I'm working on Project Necromancer. That'll be ready whenever it's ready. That'll be ready whenever it's ready. Let's see here. If you're still doing sprints, I'll do this. We are about to start, actually. Wednesdays are not sprints, but wrap-ups. So they're live and there's conversation, but it's not for work time. It's for judgment time. That's fair. I mean, that's what the Melanin Chat is, so I'm not even mad at it. Let's see here. The lack of object and emotional permanence really helps me share online. I forget people exist and they have opinions of me, but then I remember, exhaust. Yeah, no, for real. Let's see here. Do you do in-person events? I do. So slight plug. I am going to be at the Petersburg Book Festival in September. So I will be there. There's going to be a lot of authors there as well. I don't know if they announced the lineup, so I don't think I could tell you who's going to be there yet, but I will be there. So if you're in the Richmond, Virginia area, Petersburg is like right there. So I'll be there, and I want to do more in-person events, but not sure how that's going to come about, especially in this economy, but you know, we'll see. Let's see here. May as well ask out about my books too, I guess. Yep. And I'm reading Tatiana's book right now. Which one? Because all of them are great. All of them are fantastic. So I recommend all of them. I have all of them on my shelf. Let's see here. Yeah. Resist Booksellers in Petersburg, Virginia is where I hang out mostly. Mostly because they're a Black-owned bookstore who support indie authors, and I'm just about that. So I would like to do more events at more like indie bookstores, but fostering that kind of relationship does take time and it's work. So yeah. And JK dropped a link to her book as well if you're interested in pastry chef friends to lover romance. So it's all in the chat. Get into it. It is now 16 minutes after the hour, because y'all know that I ramble, but that is okay because we are about to get into this sprint. This is the last sprint for the day, so hopefully you guys are productive. Y'all know how this works at this point. 45 minutes on the clock. She'll hop in the background. And when you hear me talking to you again, it'll be time to come back and let us know what you did, how you did, all that good stuff. So, good luck, everyone, and happy sprinting. All right, you guys, that is it for that sprint. So come on back, let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. I have to do some mathing because I finished the chapter that I was working on, and then I started working on a new chapter. So give me a second to get some numbers crunched, but feel free to drop in the chat what you got accomplished. Let's see here. So between the two, I got 537 words. So I am not mad at it, honestly. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. Okay. So, not quite where I want it to be. Oh. I'm like 69 words short of the 2,000 word goal, but I will have to get that off stream because that was our last sprint for the day. I do plan to actually get some more writing in at some point today. Not sure when that's going to be, but since I am less than 100 words away from the goal, I am absolutely going to make sure that I hit that at some point, left or right. Left or right. So let's see here. TA had to step away, but she got 300 words more in her YA urban fantasy, so dope. Eva said made some fries and scrolled. Sounds good. Sounds relaxing. Some fries sound good though, not gonna lie. I could just be hungry, but that actually sounds great. Let's see here. Margaret said I'm catching up on videos and stickering in journals a bit. Awesome. Awesome. Let's see here. Lala said finished another chapter. One more to go before I catch up to my goal for the day and can move into make chaos reign over you. Awesome. I love this progress that's being made. I absolutely love all of this progress. I am enjoying this new direction. There is a conversation between the main character in this perspective and another character who is, I don't know, I'm not gonna say she's obviously not nice because I write books about black girls who aren't all that nice, but she is very like sharp edged, if that makes sense. And so they are having this conversation that I've been looking forward to writing for a very long time, and it's taking on it has taken on so many shapes and forms, but I really like how this one is coming together. It's a completely new scenario than anything that I've written in the past, so it's taking on kind of like a new life of its own, and I'm like, ooh, this works. I love this. I'm here for it. So I'm working on that, and it is also kind of like a pivotal moment. Like, I've actually written one of the most pivotal moments in the book, and I thought it was going to come much later, but it didn't. And I'm like really actually kind of happy because I'm like, okay, fantastic. I'm glad that I actually got to this point and it got set up and it's where I need it to be. So I'm hoping that this chapter that I have currently written or that I'm currently working on, I'm thinking it's going to be kind of like the last big chapter in the before, because like in my mind, this book has like two parts, a before and an after. Right. And so I'm thinking that this chapter is going to be like the last big one in the before chapters, because there are two points of view. And I decided to write them one at a time this time instead of trying to like alternate. So we'll see how that works out. Hopefully it works out in my favor. But I'm excited. I'm really excited. I feel like I've actually gotten somewhere. So I appreciate you guys for being here, for sprinting with me. It's been fantastic. Also, shout out to Ayana, who's here. Welcome, love. I'm working on the illustrations for my coloring book. Got another finish, so I'll scan it next. Dope. Love that for you. But that being said, you guys, that is it for the sprints today. I do not know if I will be back with sprints later on this week or next week, but subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss when I do go live, just in case I host pop-up sprints or something like that. But if you guys want some actual guaranteed sprints, I highly recommend that you join the channel or the membership. They get you the exact same thing. Just depends on if you want to sign up through YouTube or not. But we do sprints in the Discord on Wednesdays. And even if I'm not there, we have a whole community of authors there who hold each other accountable. And we do writing sprints. And it's not just on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is when we hop on the voice chat. But we also do them in the meantime, in between time. So if you're looking for accountability, if you're looking for a writer community, if you're looking for other authors to really like talk to and connect with who also engage outside of just like on the channel, highly recommend that you sign up. I said this earlier, but as a reminder, we do have the DNF book club coming up at the end of June. So we're reading Outdrawn by Deanna Gray. Highly recommend that you guys get into it, pick it up, read it along with us, join the conversation. And if not, I will be back here streaming next Tuesday for the Melanin Chat. So on this channel, 11 o'clock. So yeah, that is it. I'm not going to continue to sit here and ramble. Thank you guys so much for being here, for writing with me. I hope to see you guys in the chat next time. And if you haven't already, go ahead, tap the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, and join the channel if you're feeling fancy. But that is it. And until next time, you guys, I hope your days are lovely and your books are interesting. Bye, you guys.